Okay, so I had mine come through, and I asked to host him on his show and interview him and ask him a few questions about himself. And today I'm here, and I would like to use this opportunity to thank Joy FM, the producers of Drive Time, and Lexis Bill for this opportunity.
Thank you. And
Sure?
how are you?
I'm good. How about you? Are you sure you're good?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it feels weird sitting here. I gotta be honest with you. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm feeling good though, aside everything.
I'm happy for you.
Well, I've never heard about you. I mean, talk about yourself, and I have no idea about you. So I made this way just to get to know you better.
Okay.
And not just on the surface.
Okay.
So, okay, so welcome.
But why didn't you, do that on the side, and you decided to do that on air?
You asked for a wish to be made. Right?
But just as my producers who granted it.
Well.
No, but I'm really happy that you're doing this. So yeah,
okay.
I'm excited.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
All right. So welcome once more on your own show, but I'm in the hot seat. Sorry, I'm in the seat. You're in the hot seat.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Feels really hot this side. I beg Daisy remote today.
So can you just tell us your full name?
Luis Kwame Sichama. So that's my name.
Okay.
Lexis is my nickname.
Okay. So how did it come about?
I just stuck one of those boys groups, Bill's Clan. And
okay.
picked up all sorts of fancy names just to make ourselves feel good, hoping that it will go away. But I think when I started radio, I actually didn't start with Alexis Bill, but you know how a few people will see you and say, "Oh, Charlie Alexis, you had a guy on the radio," and everybody started calling you that, and you just kept it that. So basically, that's it. Yeah. Okay,
that means you really had a good time at school.
A tough time.
Tough time.
Yeah.
With Lexis Bill coming out, because apart from the L, the rest just doesn't ring a bell.
The L.
Yes, which is Lexis.
Oh.
So
okay.
Actually, I was thinking with your full name, maybe just the first alphabet, just put together, make the Lexis.
Oh right.
But
Okay, so Luis, you mean?
yes.
To spell the Louis.
Yes.
That's what you wanted.
That's what I thought.
That's what you thought. Okay,
Yeah.
no, that's not it.
Okay, so just tell us about yourself. A few words.
Well, okay, so I'm a very sociable bloke. I enjoy solitude a lot, but I much more prefer weird little bit of malicious gossip here and there, and some good companionship. More importantly, I realize that the center of my being is people. So I enjoy speaking to people, getting to know people, getting to talk about people, and understanding people. So I've studied people for a long time. Even in school, I think what even made it better was I got to study human resource management and all, and it gave me a better understanding of how to deal with people and stuff like that. So I'm a people person. Just that I like to take the back seat, and observe a little bit before I indulge. So that's a little bit about me and my persona. I am an introvert, and you won't believe that. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say that like Lexis is all over the place and all, but in all honesty, I prefer to keeping to myself a little bit. I'm quiet. Well, except I've been given a job to talk. I talk for a living, so
exactly.
Until I'm paid to talk, I'm usually very quiet. So that's me.
Okay. So have you ever emceed an event?
Oh, of course. I mean.
So when was the last one?
When was the last event I emceed? Was it the MTN soiree at Kempinski?
How about a wedding specifically?
Yeah, I've done lots of weddings as well.
The very last one? Can you?
Very last wedding. Very last wedding. None comes to mind. Which one was it? Wow, the very last wedding. I haven't emceed a wedding in a while, but I know I have.
But you've ever emceed a wedding?
Oh yes.
Okay,
Lots of it.
so how does it feel, being in the shoes of the groom? Have you ever had that feeling?
No.
Sure.
Being in the shoes of the groom?
Yes.
No, I've not been a groom before. I've only emceed a wedding and seen the groom, but not been in the shoes.
We
but like,
we have weddings. People attend weddings, and you see things. Oh, I wish, or you wish. Are you saying you've never?
Are you?
failed?
Okay, now ask your question.
That's my question.
No, that is not your
No,
question.
that is my
You
question.
are driving
It is
somewhere.
my question.
Why are you going there?
It's my question.
That's your question.
Yes.
Okay. I think that I like weddings because of the happiness that the couple exude. Of course, it's the only day. They say if you do your wedding well and your marriage is good, you have to only do it once. So for those who plan on doing it once in their lifetime, they put all the excitement in it, and it's a good feeling when you see people excited. You see a man who is drooling over this woman and wants to spend the rest of their life with them.
Exactly. So it sends me back to the question. It means that you've ever felt to be in the shoes of a groom.
Okay, so you see, you started the question asking me about emceeing. So I actually was trying to do the connection.
You can't
Do you get
do
what
a
I mean?
connection. I mean, you just...
I don't need to MC a wedding to put myself in the groom's
Okay,
shoes.
so...
Do you get what I mean?
Okay, so you've ever emceed.
Oh, yes, I've done a lot
Okay,
of
you've
weddings.
ever attended a wedding.
Yes.
Okay, so seeing the bride and the groom, the
Mm.
couple, how do you feel about it?
That's what I'm saying. It's beautiful. It's a nice thing. I mean, happy faces, the joy written on the faces of the couple. You see how.
And you don't ever feel to be in their shoes.
No, I'm sure you also do.
No,
Would-
it's your question.
Yeah, I know. I mean, of course, I would love to be there. I'd love that as well. I'm sure you would too, right? have you ever thought about it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it a nice thing? You've been to weddings before, haven't you?
Anyways, okay, so I know you've been to a Kizomba grounds before,
Yeah.
and I've seen you, I think once. I don't know
Okay.
if it was your very first time, but there's this perception about Kizomba, the dance.
Okay.
What's your take on it?
What perception exactly?
You see, it's a couple dance.
Okay.
Salsa.
Yeah.
You know how Kizomba goes.
Yeah. So Kizomba is more sensual.
Exactly. And until you are there, you would have different thoughts about
Okay.
the whole thing. So
I-
what was, and after you got into
Yeah.
it, what it is?
Okay, so of course I love Kizomba because it's calm, and that ties in with my nature. I'm a very calm person. I don't like say giddy giddy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm a very calm person. So I like a dance that doesn't let you exert so much energy, but you can take your time and move with it. Of course, it looks like a very sensual dance. It looks like a dance that you're very close to somebody, and for a lot of people they tend to sexualize it. But when you get to learn it, you get to realize that it really isn't. I mean, it takes a lot of work for you to pull off a move. So how are you even able to think about the sensuality of the dance? So Kizomba is beautiful, it is nice, it is smooth, it's very technical, because what happens is the woman doesn't know what to do, but it is the man who
That
tells the
leads.
woman
Yes.
what to do. So the man is leading. So the man is busy thinking of my next step, what I should do, and how to communicate it to the
Okay,
woman.
it clearly shows you are still at the very beginning of the dance.
Ah,
Yes.
really? I had just helped you explain to the public. Well, anyway, but yeah, sure. I still dance like a crab. So I'm still at the very beginning.
So,
yeah.
my reason for coming here to give you this interview is, anytime you get live, okay, there's this excitement that comes from me. I would like to know, is it real or is it just an act?
It is real. It is real because it is my job. Okay? And my job is that I'm supposed to make whoever is listening happy. Okay? Now, mind you, I don't know what mood anybody is in. And I'm not sure anybody turns on their radio because they want to feel sad.
Exactly.
So whatever mood I'm in, I have to put myself in a happy mood. So it's not going to be possible for me to always be in a happy mood. I also have my issues. I get gloomy sometimes. But I know that my job is to switch from whatever mood it is and find whatever it is that will take me and make me happy so that I can transfer that through radio. So, and my listeners know that it's not all the time that I'm happy on air. There are times that I get sad. There are stories that I read and they also get to me as well. So you would actually listen to me sometimes and you'd realize that Lexis is sad. I'm human, just like that. So I exude all the emotions on radio. I'm not always happy. There are times that I'm so disappointed. There are times that I'm so, down. And my listeners can feel it. And I like that. I like the fact that they're able to tell, because there are sometimes I'll be doing a show and somebody will send me a message, Lexis, I can tell from your voice that you're not well. I can tell from your voice that you're sad. And that's it, because we're human. I'm not superhuman. But most of the time, my job is to make sure that whoever is listening leaves with a good feeling. And I have to do that on a daily basis. And because I've done it over and over again, it's a part of me. And so even off radio, I try as much as possible to put a smile on somebody's face. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. And so, can you tell what excites you most?
Seeing people happy. Seeing people happy. I've not really discovered what would make me happy. I don't know. I'm very fine with anything. I can fit in any environment. Do you get what I mean? I can adapt. How do you call it? You know how you have this calm persona, so you're able to sit, relax, and watch what's going on. And that helps me to fit wherever it is, wherever I find myself. So making people happy just makes me happy. Seeing people happy, seeing that people around me don't need anything. Do you get what I mean? Because when I'm in an environment and I realize that, okay, people need something, I take that responsibility. I'm like, okay, I'm responsible for this, I'm responsible for that. And so almost all the time, my mind is racing.
I get you on that. So now, this from Douglas from DC. Okay. He would like to know what keeps you moving and how does it feel to be famous?
The only famous person is Frank Sinatra and Michael Jackson. I am just me. I'm just me. I probably, a few people know my name. I don't call it fame. I'm just me. And it feels very normal. I do what I want to do. Yes, it's okay to meet a few people who say hello because they know you. And for me, it's very, very normal. What keeps me moving is God. God and my work. I'm more like, God, acknowledging his presence in my life and then moving on to do my work. That's it. I keep it very simple and that's it. I mean, nothing complicated like that. God is my banner. That's it.
Okay, so that's from Sammy inside Hope. He says, I remember vividly when you step into the shoes of Bola. Indeed, Lexis, you have really enriched the drive time with your unique voice. Distant future meeting you.
You're sending very positive compliments.
Okay, so can you tell us a bit about your education?
Okay, so I started school. I've attended a couple of schools. From Rapid International, Sino, to Presec Staff Primary, to Presec JSS, St. Andrews JSS, to Presec SSS. So I did primary, JSS, and SSS in Presec. Yeah, and I got tired of Accra, so I said, hell, I'm not going to Legon. So I went to KNUST.
Okay.
To study social science, and then I'm pursuing an MBA at GIMP as well.
Okay, nice. Yeah. That's interesting. So, okay, I want to ask you a question.
You've been asking me questions.
How did the name Scarecrow, come about way back in St. Andrews?
Okay, so I had very bushy hair all the time. Mm-hmm. I had very unkempt hair.
Okay.
That's basically it. It actually started from they calling me Abompe Rasta because my hair was always unkempt, yeah. And they would always see you and then tease you, and the teachers would say, Charlie, what's this? Are you looking scary like that? Yeah. So they would call me scary, and that's it.
He likes it. Oh. And in the shower or in the car, they're from Texas.
So is this how it feels when I ask them? feels so weird. In the shower.
In the shower.
Yeah, like talking on the phone.
Okay.
Yes, I just didn't bust onto the scene. I started radio a little around 13 years ago, actually. When I got onto KNUST campus, there was Focus FM then. So on campus radio, it's a community, campus community radio station. So I started doing radio there, and it wasn't like I planned to do it. I just walked in and somebody says, "You could try it," and then I did. So
Okay.
I started from Focus FM.
Okay.
I got a job at Capital Radio in Kumasi as well.
Okay.
And from there I did Radio Ecstasy. And then I came to Hits FM. It's also in this building. That's the sister station of Joy FM. So I was on the morning show of Hits FM for a little bit. So I've been doing radio all throughout. I mean, so yeah, I've worked at a number of stations.
Okay.
Deaf or blind? Probably deaf. Yeah.
Okay.
I want to be able to see. I mean, I don't like talking, so that works. When am I getting married? I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. So there's this question you keep asking your people anytime they come here. So I would take this opportunity to ask you the same question. Okay. So doggy or missionary?
Let's go for a commercial break.
No.
What? Missionary. To be honest, I've not really encountered that. I've not had that feeling of quitting or probably maybe the closest to that would be when at one point my girlfriend I was dating a while ago, like quite long ago, and my girlfriend would tell me, "Lexis, you're so in love with radio too much. I mean, you could get a job in a bank. You're smart, but why are you following radio?" I mean, maybe a part of her didn't believe that I could get to where I am, because the beginning was quite rough, because I had to sacrifice so much for radio. I actually had to sacrifice literally almost half of my education for radio, because most of the time, instead of going for lectures, I'm in the radio studio because I wanted to learn. I wanted to know what they're doing. So instead of going for lectures, I'm in a recording studio, listening to how they're doing it, watching how the guy is editing sounds and all. I'm sitting in for somebody. Whenever somebody doesn't come for their
almost everything
show,
was just about radio.
I just wanted to do radio, and rightly so. She was a little worried because you're not going for lectures, everything is radio, you're having events here and all, and it wasn't paying as well. So she was like, "Why are you wasting your time with this?" And all this was the blind side of my parents as well, because they didn't know I was going to be doing all this.
Do you still have your girlfriend now? The same girlfriend?
No. She's married now.
Okay.
So yeah, but she actually helped me work hard and wanted to prove that, look, there's something good is gonna come out of this. I'm not chasing shadows. It is gonna get better. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be big someday. And so that motivated me to keep going. So maybe those times a bit of me felt, okay, maybe I should consider what she's saying. But there's that big part of me that says, look, keep going regardless. You never know. I mean, I never knew that I would end up on Joy FM or even on Hits FM or wherever. I just knew that I was doing something I love. I was doing something that I wanted to do, and that was it. And not what she said was not going to stop me. I just kept doing it. So that's it. Why not deny? Can I please confirm?
Yes, true or false, basically.
There are rumors I'm dating Justin Dumas.
Yes.
Oh, no.
No. The no.
Where are those rumors? I've not heard them.
You've not heard them?
Yeah.
Okay, so Derek.
Have you heard them?
No.
So.
Derek. So your question is answered. Is no.
No, it wasn't something I wanted to do. Actually, I never even thought of it for once. But I went to the campus radio station. Those times I was into poetry. So I had a poem on the radio, and I wanted to copy the lyrics. I wanted to write. Those times there were no pen drives and CDs were not so available. So I wanted the radio station to play it so I can write the words out. And the gentleman says I speak well, so I should speak into the microphone and let him hear me. So I did, and he says, "Oh, you have a good voice. You could do radio." And I said, I didn't even know how it works, or even think I could do it. But he says I could. And Alexander Asante, Don Lexis, back in Kumasi. So, and that's how I started. I took it on, and within 3 or 4 days,
That was it.
I was on radio.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's continue with our questions. Boxes or tongues?
Boxes or
Yes.
yeah, boxes.
Text or email?
Email,
Laptop or iPad?
laptop,
Cutlery or hand?
hand.
Okay, so there's this question. How is your facial expression when you're arriving?
When I'm arriving
Yes.
at Kotuka. Arriving where? Kotuka or VIP terminal?
Okay, let's just skip that question for now. Can you give us your school anthem? Your school anthem.
Happy are we, studious are we, students of Presbyterian Secondary School. On worthy march we charge along to happy victory, to victory, to victory.
Thank you so much for listening.
You let me finish.
No. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you, Joy FM and Lexis Bill and your nice producers here for giving me this opportunity. And it's been a nice evening, though.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
you've been amazing actually, and I gotta be honest with you, this is so nerve-wracking, guys. You have no idea, like being on this side. Is this what people feel when they say here? Like tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, all those listening. Thank you very much.
Valarie, what's your full name? Valarie what?
Baidoo.
Baidoo, awesome.
Yes.
I mean, you've been amazing. I think I've had a good time, and I need to say thanks to our listeners. So if you tuned in and you're wondering what's going on, Valarie is one of our very ardent listeners. This week we decided to honor the wishes of our listeners, and she says she wanted to host me a personality profile. And my producers, against my wishes, decided to make it happen.
Are you still upset with us?
Well,
Like you had fun.
I did have fun, honestly. It turned out great. And I say thanks a lot to you, Adam, Philip, Beku, of course, Della Aglanu, and Miles GH. So Valarie got a chance to interview me and get to know a little bit about me, and she spilled a lot of secrets. But this has been nerve-wracking. I don't even know why it has been, but I've enjoyed the company, Valarie. I'm looking forward to the Kizomba dance. You know, on the 29th, we're having our dance party, the Kizomba and Salsa dance party. So we'll tell our listeners more about it, and they can all come in and join us, have a good time.